Hello everyone, today we're going to be teaching you how to do one interrupted suture. So first off, we're going to be introducing the instruments. Here we've got the needle holder, which we're going to be using primarily to manipulate the needle safely and correctly. The correct way to hold it is to insert your ring finger in one of the rings and then your thumb in the other ring, and then your middle finger should rest there, and then your index finger should be on the axis. And notice that I switched the view when I was holding it incorrectly. So this is how it's meant to be held, with the axis closest to your index finger. Okay, so if you've also noticed that this instrument has teeth in it, and what these teeth are used for is to lock the needle holder. So once I've got the needle held with my needle holder, then I will be able to lock the needle holder, and then I can remove my hand and the needle won't fall off. Okay, so these two are called the forceps. We've got a toothed forceps. I don't know if you can see the teeth right here. And then you've got the untoothed forceps. And these are used for different things. We usually handle the skin using the toothed forceps. And the non-toothed forceps we use to handle the needle as well. And these are just a pair of scissors used to cut the sutures after you're done. The most important thing about any suturing skills is the ability to hold the instrumentation correctly and safely, and manipulate it correctly and safely. So what we do now that I've held my needle holder correctly, with the needle installed correctly, I will go and take the measurements. I'll just estimate. So this laceration, as I said earlier, estimates to be around 10 centimeters in length, 1 centimeter in depth. So what I'd like to do is take a 1 centimeter bite. Okay, so I'll go 1 centimeter of the edge of the laceration, go through halfway, unlock my needle holder, grab the needle, and then rest my hand. And I'll pull the thread or the suture through. Okay, and I'll pull it through until there's around 3 centimeters left of suture on one end, on that end. And what I'd do next is I will hold the forceps much like a pen, not like a pick or a tweezers, but more like a pen. Okay, so I will readjust my needle holder with my needle, and then use the tooth forceps to go and take another 1 centimeter bite. Okay. Okay, now that the needle is out, I can pull it through and rest my needle holder hand while pulling with the other hand, and let go of the forceps as well. Okay, now this is the easy part done. The more complicated part comes now. So this is a simple way to memorize what we do, is to memorize 2-1-1. So when you want to start tying the knot, you'd go wrap the suture around your needle holder twice, and then once, and then once. Okay, so we're gonna do that now. So I always start off by keeping my needle holder in between both ends of the suture. So I'll place my needle holder here. I'll go 1, 2, and then I'll hold the end of the suture, and then I'll pull through. Notice that I'm pulling the needle holder towards me and the other hand away from me. Okay, now I'll let that go. Again, whilst holding the needle holder in between both ends of the suture, I'll use the longer end of the suture to tie it once, and then hold the edge of that suture and then pull the other way around. And then one more time, I'll keep my needle holder in between both sutures and then go 1 again. So if you noticed, what we did was 2-1-1. So first it was 1, 2, it was 1, 2, and then towards me, and then it was 1 away from me, and then 1 towards me. Okay, and we can just practice that more and more. Now the suture is not meant to be this lax, but is for the purposes of the video. We can do another suture and make it quicker and more tight. Go. Okay, so I'll hold halfway through the restoration. I'm going to take a 1 centimeter bite, come out of the other end. Yeah, rest my hand, pull with my other hand, and then go in again after holding the needle correctly, locking it. Resting my hand and using my other hand to pull through. Okay, got 3 centimeters on this end. Now I hold the long end of the suture with my left hand. I keep my needle holder in between both ends, wrap it twice, grab the edge, and then pull towards me. Okay, and grab the end away from me. Grab once and then towards me. This is how it's meant to look. And then you just hold both ends of the suture up and then use your scissors to cut. Okay, and notice how I'm holding my scissors is the same way that I hold my needle holder. I use my ring finger, my thumb, and my middle finger as well as my index finger to manipulate it. And then we'd like you to do the other sutures as well. I'll do one more and then centimeter pipe. 1, 2. 1, and then 1. This one. And finally, the last suture. Notice how I'm using my untoothed or non-toothed forceps to manipulate the needle. This reduces the risk of a needle stick injury. And once you feel like you've become more comfortable with it, you don't have to come out through the middle anymore. And you can just sort of estimate 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and then rest your hand 3 centimeters on that end. Now 1, 2, pull through. Make sure that it's tight because you don't want it to come off, and then quickly, that's 1, and then 1, and then pull towards you, okay? And then use that to cut. Okay, thank you.